everyone. This is David at Awesome Autographs and More. Today we're going to wrap up the National with a summary, I guess, of day 5. And I had mentioned a few times in the most recent videos about a Soldier Field photo that I get multiple signatures of players on. So I will scan that. So we're going to be moving around a little bit today. And we'll go from there. I think we'll start with the VIP autographs as I've done the last several days. So let me switch this around. I think. Maybe. Okay, I think we're good now. Might have multiple videos that I have to splice together here, but anyways, here we go. Let's hope this works. First VIP signer on day 5 was Mr. Steve Trout. No relation to Mike. Had a couple of his cards, and then as you can kind of see in the background here, there's mostly the more generic autograph cards. Primarily didn't have much because he has been a national VIP signer at least once or twice before, and I think anything I had, I would have gotten signed at that point. So this time we went for the autograph cards. So I got generic baseball. And then I have one representing each of the teams he played for, the White Sox, Cubs, Yankees. I'm going to have a tough time. I'm going to have to pay attention to lining this up. Yankees, Mariners, another generic baseball, and black generic baseball. I love this particular card. I try to get anybody who's a pitcher to sign this in gold for me. It's just, I really like it. I've had a few signed in silver. That looks good too, but somehow the gold just tends to be the best of those. And that's Mr. Steve Trout. I got a feeling those are going to be kind of crammed in there today. Let's see how this goes. Next up, the other morning signer was Mr. Jim Gantner from the Milwaukee Brewers. And most of his are actual trading cards that I've had in my collection. Not too many duplicates either. In fact, I think this Fleer, 90 Fleer, was the only one I had 2 of. And we have an upper deck. Sorry, there's a little bit of glare here, but these have all been put in their penny sleeves already, ready for ultimate storage. And we have I was going to say Action Pack Stadium Club. And 92 Donruss, I believe. Let me get my hand over a little bit here. A 90, God, I can't see that. I think it's 92. Yep, 92 Fleer. And then we got one generic Milwaukee autograph card signed by him. That's Mr. Jim Gantner. Next was Mr. Jim Morrissey. I had a ton of his cards. He, too, also signed my Chicago Stadium picture. I had several of his cards, but multiples of the same ones. So he's going to be a big contributor to my trade bait box. Anyways, we had, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of that one. And then we have 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4 of that one, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of that one, and a generic football. There we go. Last VIP signer on day 5 was Mr. Bob Dernier. Played with basically the Phillies and the Cubs. Had a few cards of him with each team. So a reprint of him with the Phillies. And then we had a few signature cards. I got the generic baseball bat, the Philadelphia card, and the Chicago Cubs card. And that was Mr. Bob Dernier. Now for the paid autographs, of which I had 3. First, for the 1990 Leaf set, is Mr. Dawson. Then, for the 90 Leaf set, we have Mr. David Justice. And finally, for my Action Pack set, Mr. Tony Olivia. I think that gets me down to probably about 10 or 11 cards that are not signed and the players are still alive. So we're getting close. Most of those few players are not signers or live outside the country, things like that. So they'll be fairly difficult. Okay, we're going to move now. So hopefully you guys don't get seasick. I'll try to be steady with the camera, but I'm going to move over here where I have that panorama Soldiers Field photo laid out with all of its signatures on it. I've been working on this since, I want to say the first signatures on this were somewhere around 2002. And anytime I come across a show where there's a few Chicago Bears players, I will bring it and add them to it. So long as they're not too expensive. But we've got, I don't know, probably around 30 signatures on here now. I've got to update my list from this, the 3 players got added this year, and they're all over here somewhere. There. Right there is Doug Plank, hard to see with the glare, but he's right there underneath Brian Urlacher. Jim Morrissey signed right here. And, Mark Carrier's up here in this corner, right there. Those are the 3 that got added this particular national. First time I started on this was at a national in Chicago, somewhere around 02, 03. I don't remember what year. And I think they had about 10 of these guys there. And then over the next few years, I've been able to add a few, and then had a big lull where I didn't add any signatures at all. Let's see if I can get this whole thing in there. There we go. Doesn't really show up much. And God knows you're getting more of me and my messy desk. All those white envelopes over there is all the TTMs that came in while I was gone. So be prepared for a few more videos coming up over the next several days. But anyways, that wraps up the National, Day 5. Next year, Cleveland, looking forward to it. Hope to see some of you guys there. And that's it for now. Want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. Thank the players for their autographs. And if you please hit the like button and subscribe. Once you subscribe, you can hit the little bell there that gives you the ability to control notifications on the messages with regards to when the videos will get posted. Anyways, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.